All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Black Friday.
Is there such thing?
Merry Christmas.
Happy birthday.
It is the special time of year when Thanksgiving's over and all of us that love Christmas can finally start celebrating. It was a good day yesterday, lots of food, and
it's people like you that really make me just enjoy the holidays.
Sure. We are great people. Yeah, to celebrate, I know you can't see it, we have 2 poinsettias and Christmas.
All of this decoration that
and
you cannot see.
And a Christmas table throw right there. So yeah, we're really excited about Christmas around here at My Cullman Television.
So are they.
Yes. We have a great show lined up for everyone. Typically we would tell you about the prizes that we have, but because it is the day after a holiday, we're not gonna give anything away. But you can take the time to go on Facebook and see who our sponsor of the day is. We always like to have somebody kind of sponsoring the show, and we post it every day on Facebook.
Absolutely do.
So go on there and check that out and kind of study up, because next week on Monday we will be giving away some great prizes again to all of you that are interested in calling in and winning them.
Absolutely.
Also, we usually have a guest on here, but we're going to do something a little bit different today. Dakota Bailey does sports on Fridays.
Yes, he does.
Typically.
Every Friday.
And so this Friday, instead of letting just him do the sports, we're going to involve you.
Oh boy.
We're going to involve Mark Newton. He is our station producer right now. Dakota's going to be doing it, and special guest Jacob Murphy's brother is in here to do it with us. Yep. He traveled all the way up from
Eufaula, Alabama.
He plays high school football.
Absolutely. And I promise you, it's not just me wearing a different shirt.
Yes, it's not. He does look the spitting image of Jacob.
Except, different.
But so we're going to have them. They're going to basically do, if you've ever watched College Game Day, they're going to make their picks for who they think the top 10 will be. I assure you, Jacob's will be accurate. That was sarcasm. Jacob knows nothing about football.
Can you feel it?
So they're going to be picking the top 10 teams. I know this week we have a lot of big games going on. They're going to tell you more about that after this break. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycullmantv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Well, welcome back. It's everybody's favorite time. It's Friday, so you know what that means. It's time for sports with me, Jacob Murphree, Mark Newton, And Jacob's little brother. All right, guys. Here's the first thing we're
He
going to
who
get
has
done.
no name.
Well, here we go.
He must not be named.
Shh, he's a guest. We can't give that out in public.
right.
But anyways, all right, let's
Witness
get to the real
protection.
situations. All right, guys. Rivalry weekend. We all know.
Woo!
We're all going to pick the biggest game last between Alabama and Auburn because I've got something big coming out for that. But let's start off with Old Navy in Houston. What you got, Jacob?
Oh, the Navy's going to win.
Mark.
I have to go with the Navy here, even though Houston's been hot. Navy's got something on the line here. I think, aren't they playing for a bowl spot?
Yes, they are both 10-1. But here's the thing. I'm going Navy. Jacob, do you want to know why you're white? Because who can really fight against the Navy? I mean, really?
No
They're
one.
just going to
Largest
sink and
force in
swim.
America.
But here's the real reason why. Navy has a triple option threat at quarterback. And this guy, I mean, literally is going to destroy Houston. Houston's not ready for it. Houston's one loss was actually against the read option. And they run triple option, read option, reverse option, and sweep. So they're in a lot of pickle.
What?
What's your pick?
Oh,
Houston or
well,
Navy?
definitely Navy because they've been on a roll. They've only lost one in the entire season, right?
All right, now here we go. We're going to go with Dennis's favorite team, the old Iowa Hawkeyes or Nebraska Cornhuskers. Who you got, Jacob?
Oh, definitely going Iowa.
Iowa.
Nebraska looked good at the beginning, but they've really petered out since. I have to go with Iowa here as much as I think that knock off the
I'm gonna
team.
have to disagree with you guys. Nebraska's really got something going good for them, so I'm gonna have to go with Nebraska.
I like the way this guy thinks. He's right on point, but not today. Iowa all the way. They go into face either Ohio State or Michigan in the college football Big Ten championship game next weekend. All right, now we've got a big one in Baylor and TCU. This game right here is for all the marbles, all the cookies. This one right here depends on if you make it to the college playoff. TCU has lost 2 games, but if they beat Baylor, they could bounce and jump. Who you got, Jacob?
I'm going TCU for this one.
TCU? Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, from what I've seen of TCU's game so far, they've got a lot of rush. And with those yards, the yards they put on early on in the game kind of make the difference between what they play. Yes, they've got 2 losses this year, but it's because improper coaching, in my opinion. So,
Mark?
I've got to go with TCU. Yes, they're missing their starting quarterback. Yes, they're missing his favorite receiver. But at the same time, TCU's the one who wants to knock off the big kid on the block. Baylor's trying to get out of this game with a W. They're trying to squeak by. TCU wants to come in swinging with all their punches.
Well, I've got to go with TCU as well. TCU's just always been a high-scoring team, and they've been that way for the past couple of years. And I think that they're just going to outscore. They're just going to keep going.
Y'all are all right, but wrong. Baylor will win this game because Taj Boykin is out, and you pointed that out. 2, Baylor has only lost 1 game. This game is in Baylor. 2, TCU was only down 2 points to Oklahoma. Oklahoma poured all their starters, though, when TCU started coming back. Baylor Bears big in this one. Baylor's also still upset because of last year they didn't get to the college playoff. If they blow out TCU, I guarantee you there's going to be a fight between them, Iowa, and another one. We'll get to those in a little bit. All right, now let's go to old Clemson in South Carolina. It ain't much of a game. I'm pretty sure
Good
we
old
can
Gamecocks.
all agree. Clemson.
Clemson.
It's Clemson.
All right, now
Moving on.
let's get to a decent rivalry, North Carolina and NC State. 7-4 NC State and 10-1 North Carolina. North Carolina's riding off of Auburn's Gene Chizik, a defensive coordinator. The only one loss they had was to Steve Spurrier and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Who's your pick?
Okay, well, this one's one that I haven't followed much, so I'm not going to lie. I'm coming in blind on this one, but I'm going with Carolina.
Carolina?
I'm going with North Carolina. First of all, they lost their opener to Steve Spurrier, as you said, but they've won 9 straight. They're looking to knock off Clemson in the championship and maybe have their own bid for the national title, but they can't do it unless they win this game. They've got a lot riding on this.
I'm going to have to agree with Mark on this.
We're all agree on North Carolina. Clemson's going to be a good matchup for them. Win or lose, North Carolina's still in the ACC championship game. But my honest opinion, next week's going to be real close. I've honestly got to see how North Carolina prepares for NC State because they're going to try to really rest everybody to keep Clemson preoccupied. But it's going to be interesting. All right. Oh, my favorite one right here, UCLA and USC. It's like the Alabama-Auburn rivalry down here in the South. Who you got?
USC.
USC?
As much as I hate to say it, it's got to be USC. USC's got the 3 losses because they just didn't figure out what they were doing with their
USC
team.
has
but
4 losses.
Oh, they lost a 4th game?
They lost this weekend
Oh,
to
wow.
Oregon
Well.
by 4 touchdowns.
By 4.
But I'm going with UCLA. I was going with UCLA the whole time because I'm from Los Angeles. I got to say that in the environment, it's much more a home team advantage for UCLA than USC, despite the fact that it is in fact a neutral site.
I'm sorry, USC's going to win this game.
I got UCLA. Sorry, guys. The Trojans,
Whoa.
every now and then,
Why?
because the Trojans break They get going. If they get in that long, sturdy defense, they keep pounding the ball long, hard, deep inside, and they keep driving it. But eventually they break off, and then they're nothing. Like we seen against Oregon, they passed. Their quarterback comes in and passes for 6 touchdowns. That's unheard of. He comes off a pinky injury, comes back and throws for 6 touchdowns against USC. How is that possible? All right, guys, let's get to some more. We're going to go with stick with the SEC right here. We're going to go with Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Now, Mississippi State did come off that big win against Arkansas, but you've also got to look. Ole Miss come off a big win against LSU.
Yeah, I'm Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
I'd say nobody's pulling any punches in this game, and it's going to be within maybe 1 score or 2. But I have to go with Mississippi State on this one.
I have to go with Mississippi State. Dak Prescott's just had a great year.
Guys. Ole Miss beat Alabama. Mississippi State doesn't come close.
That was in the beginning.
Ole Miss all the way, Rebels. All right, we've got Florida State and Florida.
Okay, now you're pouring salt in the wounds here.
This is
Let's
a hard one.
Florida State.
Florida State?
I'd have to say Florida State. Florida really struggled against, I think, wasn't it an FCS team this last week?
Florida Atlantic, and no, they are not
Florida
an
Atlantic.
FCS team. They are an FBS team. They are in the Florida Atlantic
Okay.
Coastal Sun Belt with UAB and all of them, but since UAB's out, they're not. Who do you got?
I got to say Florida. Florida State lost to Georgia Tech in the beginning of this, so that kind of.
This guy's got something going for him. I like it. He's got the physique, the dress up, and everything. Florida all the way. You stay home, stay true to your roots. SEC all the way. ACC's not going to know what hit them. Next, we've got Texas A&M and LSU.
LSU's mad. It's Texas A&M going to take the beat for it.
Here's a direct quote from me. Direct. That came out really wrong. But here's a direct quote. LSU will not win another game this year.
No, everybody's
Since
stopping.
they got beat by Bama so bad and it was so heart-wrenching and gut-wrenching because Bama ripped it right out of them, they ain't going to win another game.
Everybody knows that Fournette is their only hope.
And if you
if
shut
stop that
Fournette
run,
down,
you're done. LSU, they
There's
can't
your
they can't throw the ball. They can't move the ball up the field without Fournette.
So our 2 picks are Texas A&M. Who y'all got?
Yeah, Texas A&M all the way.
Texas A&M. All right. Well, let's get down to old Notre Dame and Stanford, and this is another college playoff.
Now, this is the one that makes me laugh because, again, Notre Dame, I'm a Notre Dame fan, and let's just go ahead and point out that Notre Dame never plays anybody that's worth anything in the eyes of a lot of people. They did play Clemson this year, but that was...
And they beat USC.
Yeah, man.
Well, you've also got to look. Notre Dame has a contract with NBC, and if they break that contract and join the ACC, they're breaking their contract. There goes all their money. Under Armour is going to drop them. The TV's going to drop them. Nobody's going to want to put for Under Armour.
That's a pickle they put themselves into. Let's just say this, that I'm putting Notre Dame as the winner of this one just because, I support that team. But we'll have to watch on my end.
Mark, who you got?
I've got Notre Dame. Notre Dame, despite their one loss, which was to Clemson, is jockeying for the 4th spot in the college football playoffs. And Stanford, well, they'll be looking to knock them off. Notre Dame has been just executing so smoothly lately. I don't think they got it.
I'm gonna have to agree with Mark here because they lost to the #1 team in the nation. That really puts you up there. If you've beaten everybody else, even though they might not have been playing, it's hard to have an undefeated season. Maybe they didn't, but they're pretty close to it.
Right, but if you also go back and look at that game, guys, Notre Dame played a very close game. They lost it in the final seconds because of a pick, which actually they had a touchdown in it, had a flag, got called back, but that's college football, so it's going to happen. All right, guys, we got to get through this real quick. Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma, they're looking for that 4th spot again. They're going to be jockeying.
Oklahoma.
I'm going to Oklahoma because of Mayweather, because he's second up besides Henry. Right now, if I had to pick the Heisman, my 3 finalists would be Derrick Henry, #1, #2, Mayweather, and then #3 would have to be Taj Boykin if he was still in, but he's not. It would be Nick Chubb, but he's not. So you're going to have to go real deep down in the Indiana's running back, Gardendale, Jacob Walker. He is from Gardendale. He is a transfer from UAB when their football program shut down and is leading the FBS nation right now in touchdowns and yards per games and yards after tackle.
Well, here we go.
All right, now here's the biggest pick everybody's been waiting on all week. I know it. Alabama or Auburn. Who you got, Jacob?
All right, well, here's the thing. Alabama, obviously, but I know that Auburn's going to put everything they have into this game. So I'm expecting
They
a
don't
close
have
one.
much to put out, though. That's the sad thing.
I expect at least one drive where we see nothing but trick plays out of Auburn. 6, 7, 8 straight trick plays. They're going to come in with everything, double barrels, both fists flying. They're going to see if they can't knock off the rival and the top 4 team. I don't think they'll quite cut it, but I think it's a lot closer than most people give it credit
It's going
for.
to look an old scene of the longest yard all over again.
I know that my money's on Alabama because Auburn they don't have any quarterback depth. what they do have isn't strong, and they're young, and they're just not cut out for this.
Well, guys, I've been waiting all week to do this. Hold my mic.
We got a little pick going on over here.
We're going to roll with the old throwback of the old Crimson Tide right here. It's not going to be close, guys. It's going to be like in 1992. It'll be a close game for the first half, and then Bama's going to pull away, and that's going to be all she wrote. Bama and Florida will play for the SEC championship. You'll see that pick next week. Here's our top 10 real quick, starting with Jacob,
All right,
who we
so-
think should get it.
All right, so guys, I have this to a T, and I promise you everything I say is completely accurate. I've done all my stats. Number 1 being Iowa, 2 Oklahoma, 3 Notre Dame, 4 Michigan, 5 Florida, 6 Baylor, 7 Ohio State, 8 Oklahoma State, 9 Clemson, and last, that terrible team, Alabama. No wins this year for them.
You just hate politics, don't you?
I just like making people mad.
I love when people see you in public now.
It's going to be great.
Open.
Go, Mark. Go.
All right. I've got number 1 is Clemson. I don't think they're going to lose another game until it comes to the playoffs. So they're going to stay at number 1 because no one's going to knock them off. I've got number 2, Alabama. They've got one loss to Ole Miss, but they've looked so strong up until now that I don't believe they're going to drop far. I've got Iowa, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State if they win, or Oklahoma if they lose, Stanford, Florida, Michigan State, and in number 9, the other Oklahoma or Oklahoma State.
All right, guys. I've got at number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Clemson. Number 3, Michigan State. You guys need to watch that. Number 4, Notre Dame. Oklahoma at number 5. Oklahoma State at number 6. Florida at number 7. Baylor at 8. Number 9, Iowa. And number 10, Temple.
That's a very interesting pick. Temple had a good run this year, but if they could have just held off Memphis in a couple of games, they would actually be in the conversation race. Here's the actual top 10. We have number 1, Clemson, number 2, Alabama, number 3, Ohio State, number 4, Notre Dame, number 5, Iowa, number 6, Oklahoma State, number 7, Oklahoma, which will be a very interesting matchup since they're both 6 and 7. Then you've got Florida at 8 and Michigan State 9, Baylor 10. Here's my prediction. I've got Bama number 1. Everybody's like, why not have Clemson? Clemson has not played but 3 teams this year. Bama has 1 loss, but it is a quality loss to an SEC team. The SEC players and team all around, even if it was Ohio State, Auburn, Florida, I wouldn't care who it is. They have a harder schedule than any ACC team. I've got Clemson at 2, Iowa at 3 because they're undefeated, 4, Michigan State because they did beat Ohio State. Ohio State is not on my top 10 because when you play a top-tier team and you lose after playing cupcake games, you drop in my book. You lose in November, you are out of the playoff contention. Now, number 5, Florida, 6, Oklahoma, 7, Baylor, 8, Oklahoma State, 9, Ohio State, and that should wrap it up with 10 being a mystery pick. And who do you think that pick is, guys, at number 10? Come on.
I'm going to go with him in Temple.
No, not Temple.
No, you're going to pick Temple.
Not
we
Temple.
we have worked up
it's
mystical
not
powers
Temple.
on you.
Come on.
Who else could it be?
Come on. God, no, not Auburn. Who said
Florida?
Auburn?
Dang it,
No,
Booth.
Get out of here. Get out of here. No.
All right, go for it.
Number 10, in honesty, it would have to go to Navy.
Really?
Everybody says why. Navy has one of the top 10 hardest schedules in the nation and only lost 1 game.
All right, well, I'll take that.
I guess I can agree.
All right, guys, well, we'll be right back with Community Billboards right after this.
Fire, accident, storm. They all happen in Cullman County, and for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with companies like Auto Owners, State Auto, and Southern Guarantee. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Nelda. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
When it comes to packing and shipping this season, think of us as your guardian angel. Get the expert care you deserve with the Pack and Ship Promise, only at the UPS Store.
Well,
homes by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycolementv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Knew so much about football.
You know, I've got an extensive career in sports analysis.
Right, I could tell. Well, this is the part of the show where we like to talk about what's going on here in Cullman. But first, let's take a look at our Facebook friend of the day. We have a great one for you.
We have Miss Marianne Wisand, who likes Alabama and Auburn football and other various items of interest.
Yes, she liked Alabama football and Christmas, according to our paper. So thank you so much for liking us on Facebook. Go and come on down and pick up your Mad Dog Mike's famous barbecue coupon, which entitles you to a free large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's, located in the Berlin Quick Stop.
Absolutely. Remember to like us on Facebook so that you can be entered for a chance to be our Facebook friend of the day and win another barbecue sandwich as well.
Yep. So now we're going to take a look at our Discover Cullman. Every day we like to tell you about a business here in the Cullman area. Today it is Be Fit. It's a fitness facility in downtown Cullman next to Renard's Gallery and Gifts. $50 a month.
Month to month, no contracts. And again, they do have a free personal trainer that is part of your membership.
Yeah, Mr. Dennis Burse owns that. And I know there are a couple people that go here or that work here. I know Mick has a membership there. Dennis has a membership there. So just great people. Go and check them out. They are a great business here. They're located right next to Moe's Barbecue, which is in downtown Cullman. And
Hopping and skipping away.
Right, and it's right next to Renard's Gallery, which is an art gallery.
Mm-hmm.
So you go check it out. Go work out. Go buy some art. Go get some barbecue. Go right back and work out.
Because you're going to need it, trust me.
So also, this is Jacob's favorite part of the show. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weather. It's brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet.
So remember to make that switch to Mitch. So let's take a jump right into that. The average high for today is going to be 61, the average low at 38. Record high set in 1939 is 73 degrees, with the record low set in 1962 at 10 degrees. Sunset tonight at 4:38 p.m. with sunrise tomorrow bright and early at 6:23 a.m.
I'll tell you what, 73 degrees, that's pretty hot for this.
I would be absolutely okay with that, honestly. High today going to be 63 with a 0% chance of rain, with the low being 32 tonight with also a 0% chance of rain. So glad this weekend for you guys is going to be so clear. Again, tomorrow we're looking at a high of 59 with a 0% chance of rain as well. So this Black Friday is going to lead right over into that Cyber Monday. As clear and as beautiful as it can be.
Yeah. So while you're all out there enjoying all of your new good deeds that you bought last
from
night,
standing in line forever.
That's okay. I've done it. I won't say I haven't. But while you're all enjoying that, enjoy this beautiful weather that we're having. And thank you so much for watching. We're going to come right back after these messages with our community billboards. So don't go away.
Fire, accident, storm. They all happen in Cullman County, and for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with companies like Auto Owners, State Auto, and Southern Guarantee. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Nelda. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
And we're back with our community billboard, sponsored by Pepsi. CRMC Foundation Dr. Herman C. Inzer Lights of Loves program is going on. It's a Christmas tree lighting ceremony on Thursday, December 3rd at 5:30 p.m. in the Carnal Cullman room. Giving the gift of love places a light on the Christmas tree as a tribute to someone special to you. Your tax-deductible gift will help support the Foundation's mission for advancing healthcare services at the Cullman Regional Medical Center. So, for more information, call 256-737-2565 and let them have your donation today.
And the third annual Christmas Festival and Outdoor Market is going to be on December 12th from 10 to 5. It is sponsored by St. John's Evangelical Protestant Church, and they're going to have a lot of cool stuff out there. They're going to have entertainment all day from different jazz bands. I know the Good Hope Jazz Band, the Wallace Jazz Band, the Coleman Jazz Band are going to be there, and then the Wallace State Singers are going to be there as well.
A lot of jazz.
The Christmas Festival 5K is going to be at 9 a.m. They also have online registration for that, so you can sign up online. They're going to have tons of market vendors, as well as an area for your kids to hang out and play on some inflatables and things like that. You can call for more information, 256-734-0344, and find out anything else you want to know about that. They might still be taking applications for vendors, or just find out some times. And don't forget to like us on Facebook or visit our webpage, www.mycolemantv.com. On there you can see more about our sponsors, and you can learn more about us as well under the Meet the Station tab, and send us all your community billboards if you have them. So we always look forward to seeing what events are going on in the area. Right. Sponsored by Pepsi, of course, our community billboard segment is.
And happy birthday today to Cindy Pollock and Charles Schaefer for this Friday.
And wishing you a happy birthday Saturday, Jake Ledbetter.
He leads better than you.
And of course, they are entered into our weekly drawing for a Dairy Queen cake, which is, of course, going on very soon. We don't have any anniversaries for today, but we do encourage you to send them in. We are going to draw now for the Dairy Queen ice cream cake. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
All right, sir. You do your thing. I think you have anniversary.
I do have the anniversary. This week, the anniversary winner is Larry and Denise Bates. Unfortunately, we only had one.
See that? Nothing. No amount of holiday magic will make anything pop up without your help.
Yeah, so
we
call
need
in.
you.
And the birthday winner.
Jesse Waters.
Jesse Waters, you are the winner of the birthday cake from Dairy Queen.
You also won a free phone number from someone.
So we are going to, of course, our sponsor of the day is Be Fit. So don't forget to go and like them on Facebook and send them all your love. They are great people over there at that business. And don't forget to like us on Facebook to find out who the sponsor of the day is, so that you can win some great prizes from us. Well, it's been a great show.
It has been. It's been pretty interesting. Learned how little I know about things.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, very little.
Very little. But you were close. You almost won that crown, which would have been worth it to see you wear it.
You say that, but I'm pretty sure that Natalie she took it with her.
If you haven't seen the episode yet, yesterday we did Thanksgiving trivia.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Go and watch it. It's pretty interesting. Natalie is Miss My Coleman Television Thanksgiving Day trivia game
winner. Host game
winner. So go and check that out. Thank you so much for spending your Black Friday with us. Now go off and sleep off all that turkey you ate yesterday.
Absolutely.
I know.
May your shopping be safe and the sales even better than your safety.
Right. Next Monday, we have some great guests lined up for you, so don't forget to tune in on Monday to see what's going on here in Cullman. Well, my name is Joel Burks.
And I'm Jacob Murphree.
And from all of us here at My Coleman Television, have a great day.